Hi everybody, it's Janice. Today I am going to talk to you about heat embossing. It's something that new people might want to know more about, so I thought that I would do a video. So here we go. I have cut out some images. Actually, I cut all of the images out from this stamp set right here that came with my Cricut Artbooking cartridge from Close to My Heart. All of these, this is one of the 3 sets. It's already getting well loved. They do get stained. Some inks stain your stamps. It doesn't change the stamp at all. It just stains it. And so that is really and truly not a big deal, okay? So I cut out all of these cuts. The days of the week don't cut out, just the images. And I wanted to show you again, like I said, how to use embossing powder. This is embossing powder. I keep it in one of these containers, just a cheap container that I got from the Dollar Tree, with a spoon. And that way it's easier to, to coat your small images, especially. You can just do it. I'll show you right over top of the container. So I've already done some of these, and I used some inks from Color Box that I've had for a very long time, probably a couple years, from Michaels. Got them a couple years ago, and so that's what I used, and they are called Pigment Ink. Here you can see there, Pigment Ink Pad. Pigment inks take a long time to dry, and because of that, you have time to sprinkle your embossing powder on top of your image that you've stamped, and that powder sticks to the wet ink, wet sticky ink. There's also something called embossing ink, and it serves the exact same way, but it's clear. These are colored. And they come in all different forms. Close to My Heart has pigment inks as well. I have the white. I love it. Love their white ink. Pigment, see? Pigment option pad. So all of these, again, these are all pigment ink. Okay, except you get lots of colors in one. So this is nice for a beginner, I would say, because you have a good choice of colors and they all go together. So let's work with these here. I'll show you some other ones I did. Look how pretty this looks in red. And it's shiny. See that? It looks so professional. And then the other thing you're going to need is a heat tool. And again, you can get that from Close to My Heart. You can get it from Michael's, Joann's, Hobby Lobby. All those places do sell. But I would... a little advice from somebody who has learned over time is don't buy a cheap one. I mean, you can. I'm not telling you what to do. That sounded very bossy. I would suggest you buy a good quality one, okay? Especially if you're going to use it a lot. If you know you're going to use it a lot, just go ahead and buy the Stampin' Up! Or the Close to My Heart one. That's what I ended up doing. I have the Stampin' Up! One because it's a good quality gun. Alright. There's also one, I think it's Milwaukee, and I've heard that that's the best there is out there. That's an industrial strength one. And, if my Close to My Heart or my Stampin' Up! One died, I would probably just go ahead and get that one because I do use it. So anyway, that's enough about that. That's just what I recommend. But you can get them at lots of different price points and use a coupon and all of that kind of stuff. So here we go. All you do, it's so easy. It's so simple. I love this. But it just gives such a great professional effect. Let's do the My Life one. Or no, let's do the This Week. So you put your stamp on a block. This is just El Cheapo from Michaels. I like the thicker ones from Close to My Heart because they're thicker, so your fingers don't get in the way. You have somewhere to grab, okay? Let's use, my favorite right here. This one's called Alpine. It's like a teal green. And all you do is just make it nice and inky. And I like to do it this way with the stamp up because I can see what I'm doing and where I'm applying ink. And I would always recommend that you play around first so that you can kind of see how to apply the ink and how it's, you know, if you like what it looks like, if you need less ink, more ink. Oops, wrong cut. And I cut these, I just set my relative dial to 11 inches. That would be just your regular dial to 11 inches in the Artbooking cartridge. And then I just cut all of these images, just cut out at the right size. And then you have to position this, and it's good to put your head right over it, which I cannot do because of this camera. So let's hope for the best here. Now this little foam thing that comes with your stamps, keep it. It helps you with getting a good impression. Okay, so there is the stamp. I think there's too much in the view. The camera's having a hard time focusing. So then you want to remove this. Once you start embossing, you want to remove anything that would be damaged by heat, just in case you blow in the wrong direction. And get your embossing powder ready. And I use a tweezer. I like the tweezer bee ones. They hold nice and tightly. And then I try to not cover up the inked area. Okay. Then you go over here and grab your spoon. And you can just sprinkle it on there, and you'll see that it will look more opaque because it's covered by this powder. And like I said, this is clear. If you see some glittery in there, it's because over the years with using glitter and stuff, I get crazy with the glitter, and it's in there now permanently, and that's okay with me. I don't mind glitter, but it started out clear. And so here we go. Here's my heat tool. This is, you know, what they traditionally look like. They could also look like a little blow dryer. They come with a little handle sometimes. The Ranger heat tool is quieter, but I think this one gets hotter faster, and so it doesn't take as long, where the Ranger one is good more for like drying paints and things like that. So I use that one more for like mixed media art. It's white and it looks like a little travel hair dryer, but it's not. Don't singe your hair. Okay, so here we go. Okay, so there you see it's nice and shiny, and it's still a little bit bumpy, but that might be because of the ink. I'm not sure, but that's exactly what you get. Okay, now if you don't heat it enough, you'll see it's still opaque. Once it starts getting shiny and smooth, then you know it's done. If you go too long, all that will happen is that it'll start becoming dull. And I'll show you one where I did that just to show you. There's a little spot here. Let me see here. Where is it? It just doesn't look as shiny. It starts to kind of become dull. It still looks nice, okay? But if you play with it and you just do it over and over again, you're gonna get the feel for what it's supposed to look like. But you'll know because it will be melted and smooth. So that's it. I hope that this video helps. I love questions and I welcome questions. If I don't get to you right away, it's just because I'm busy and I haven't had a chance to check my messages. So thank you so much, and I hope you enjoyed and that this video helped you out. If you have any other questions, please feel free to leave a question or a comment. I love comments and questions, and please rate and subscribe. Thanks for watching. Bye.